Welcome to the Keep the Faith podcast. I am your host, Tori, and I have Miss Shalanda Lala Waiters as my guest today. And before we get started today with the topic at hand, I'd like to say thank you to everyone for all the birthday love over the weekend. I celebrate my birthday this past Friday, and I got so much love. I'm still getting love. So just so y'all know, I'm celebrating also. Matter of fact, I'm celebrating the rest of the year. But Shalanda, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Pull your microphone because your voice is so soft. Are you doing okay today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am wonderful. And today, before we get start talking today, tell us a little bit about Shalanda. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. So my name is Shalanda Waiters. I'm from Florence, South Carolina. I graduated from the illustrious Wilson High School. I have five beautiful kids. Um, and I am very family oriented. Um, Everything else, that's the most important to me. I love
Okay.
God.
Okay. And actually want to talk about because you have a big event coming up in October. But before we start talking about the event that's coming up, tell us about the Pink Purpose, the foundation, and we're playing it by ear, but I want you to talk about the foundation, talk about how it started, the reason you started the foundation, and if anyone wants to get in contact with you in regards to the foundation, what we need to do to contact you in regards to the foundation. So those that don't know, because there may be some people that are seeing you for the first time, so they may not know how it came about. So explain to everyone how the foundation came about, and then we're going to talk about the purpose of the gala.
Okay. So the foundation is called the Asaya Jordan Foundation. The Asaya Jordan Foundation is named after my daughter, Asaya Jordan. She went to Wilson High School. She was a cheerleader, and she was just, all around good person. So I would like to say just I don't know. I think a lot of people knew her through Wilson High School and doing a lot of community service. She was in the IB program, so she started doing community service at 12 years old. So we got to know our community like really early on. Um, she then, maybe, yeah, like a year, like when she was like 15, she just turned 16 actually. And she was crowned Miss PD Teen. Then she was later on that same year, actually, maybe about 4 months later, she was crowned Miss Oak of South Carolina. So she represented them like maybe for I'm going to say around about 4, maybe 5 months prior to her having an accident. She had a car accident on September 26th, which that day is vastly approaching. So it'll be about 2 years this year. So the foundation is started because of her. She did so much community work. I had a outpouring of community, just wanting to continue her legacy, and that was really different because
Right.
I know she was a good person to me, but she's my child, so we as parents,
Right.
I was just really happy that she also carried that, projected herself, who she genuinely was to the world. So a lot of children that reached out to me, they wanted to continue her legacy. We did start the Pink Purpose, and the Pink Purpose was actually started because I did have like an overwhelming amount of people just friend requesting me.
Mm-hmm.
So I started the Pink Purpose to kind of bring all her friends together, like in one place. Um, and I just started just trying to encourage them as so many people was encouraging me,
Mm-hmm.
my family, strangers, um, God.
Right.
So I just started that for them, and it overwhelmingly we had like over 700 and some odd people on that page.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how we started the Pink Purpose. Uh, I was actually on the Big Purpose page, and um, they were asking me, how are we gonna, continue, doing this? And of course, everything does cost.
Mm-hmm.
So I was gonna have like maybe, or sell some dinners, like do things that we normally would do if we wanted to raise money.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I was contacted by someone from South Carolina State Department, and they told me that basically I could not do that legally
Okay.
to give scholarships. I did the interview actually.
Yes.
They read it on an interview that we did for her birthday, and needless to say, the lady said, "Well, I told her, I said, well, let me apologize. I did not know
Yeah.
you cannot give people money legally." So she said it was fine. She was really nice, and she helped me. And within 2 weeks, I had a foundation, which
Mm.
I named the Isaiah Jordan Foundation, and the Pink Purpose is a DBA up under the Isaiah Jordan Foundation.
And pink was her favorite color, right?
It was. It was.
And you
Yes.
know what? I did. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to meet her, but I heard nothing but great things. And I'm about to get emotional, and you should be getting emotional. But I've heard nothing but great things.
Well, it makes me very proud as a mom that, what I mean. Like I said, she was my biggest cheerleader. As she changed me as a mom. She was just a different type of encourager. So, um, yeah, so I was just happy that she actually was, like I said, who she was authentically to everyone else. And, I just thank the Lord.
She was a light, and her light is shining so bright now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just like, the
amazing.
sparkle is just perfect. When you said leave a sparkle everywhere you go, and like the here, because matter of fact, Tamika Allen,
Mm.
she called me, when it happened,
Mhm.
and she was like, I said, "You gonna be okay?" She was like, I'll be fine." So she called me. She's like, "Tori, I need you to take me." So I got to see the love, how many people love your daughter.
Mhm.
It was so beautiful to see.
It was. It was. Unfortunately, I was in a bubble
Yeah, you were.
at the
Yeah, you were.
moment.
Yeah, that's
Um,
understandable.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I just want to take time out and just tell everybody, if you have not heard the thousands of times that I've said thank you,
Mm-hmm.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
It was very. I don't know. It was very humbling.
Mm-hmm.
It was very humbling because a lot of people think that they knew her. Actually, Wilson didn't know she was Miss PD Teen.
Yeah.
That was just something that she did, in her part time. But the everybody that I've met, they're like, well, we didn't know that. The school didn't know that she was Miss PD Teen. Miss PD Teen didn't know she was doing community service, in the community. So, um, I just say that's kind of God's way of keeping you kind of humble in a
It
way,
is.
you
It
know.
is.
And when they both collided, it was just like two worlds collided. So it got to, this part got to meet that part, but they I feel like they got a true representation of who she was. So that was the humbling part because they just was like, she was just a really sweet girl, and
Yeah.
she just was. She was one of the best people I know.
Right. And
Mm-hmm.
I can tell that all the posts and overwhelming, like I said, I'm a very sensitive person. So I'm trying to talk to you without getting emotional. And I'm just like, and just imagine if I got the opportunity to know her. It's just the here. And I'm getting emotional. I said, Tori, you can't get emotional. But y'all, I'm sensitive. But I just wish I knew her. And like when I wrote the poem, it came from a place, and I didn't even get a chance to know her. And it just, the words just came out. But anyway, I'm gonna look at the comments. I was trying not to cry.
Yeah.
And Victor is actually watching. He's one of my loyal listeners and viewers that's watching. But yeah, I just wanted to bring you on because, matter of fact, Queen had contacted me in regards to the galas that's coming up next month. So this is actually going to be the first gala in her honor. Now, what was the event that took place last year in her honor? What did you like do? Like, I think it was a brunch or something last month, right? And see, last year, but I didn't get an opportunity to go because I missed the timeline because I think it was limited because due to COVID, and I missed. And I was like, when I said I was going to do it, I forgot. And then by the time I realized it, you had already closed it because you had limited, because of, safety reasons, of course. But I hate I missed that. But I was able to see a lot of the highlights and a lot of the speakers through the lives that was shown last year. And I was like, oh my God, really need to be there. So I hate I missed it. So tell everyone about the gala that's coming up, the date, and what do they need to do in regards to getting in contact with you? Do you have are you going to have like vendors or anything or speakers, or tell us a little bit about how the gala is going to be for next month?
Okay, so next month we decided to the first one actually was a prayer breakfast, and it was just on my heart just to pray. I did not know what to do with a day. They presented me with a proclamation that October 2nd would be a Saya Jordan Day. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do with
Right.
that.
Right.
So I just kind of wanted to, God to minister to me what to do. So I had a prayer breakfast, and it was awesome. It was we had a speaker we had, that actually came out, and Chavez Scott, the one who presented the proclamation to me on that day. He spoke. I had Maria James. She did awesome in hosting. So this time I was God ministered to me like, continue to give back,
Mm-hmm.
and basically, help others, in everything that they want to pursue in their lives. So and I really didn't know how to do that. Actually, I was thinking like it was going to take more time, and when I tell you, um, Isaac Wilson, he actually said, I said, Isaac, I think I'm going to hold off because of COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, no, you're not. You're going to do it, and I
Right.
go, well, I don't have anything together. And he said, well, I'm going to, pledge the first, scholarship. So get the rest.
Okay.
And literally everyone that I called, they said, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. And I do want to shout out Francis Marion and Dr. Carter. Um, he reached out to me and he told me, he was like, anything you need. And I do mean anything.
Yeah.
And I said, okay,
Right.
at the time I didn't, you know, kind of know what to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
But where this year's gala will be at the Performing Arts Center, and that is from his generous donations. So I want to tell Dr. Carter, thank you. I want to tell my sponsors, thank you. Do you mind if I tell who they
Sure.
are?
Go ahead.
Awesome. So Isaac Wilson, Kim Brockington of Brockington Management, K and K Painting, Dr. Jen, and last but not least, I have JG Subaru
Okay.
in Columbia.
Okay.
So, guys, they will all be in the building along with some deserving students that we're trying to help, ensure that they have a successful school term. So everything is going back to the community.
And what is it can the student still do the scholarship where I think I read because I sent the um I sent it to a couple of my students that I well not students but people that I knew that graduated this past for class of 2021 and I told them to apply for the scholarship. So is it that can they still apply for the scholarship? Is it too late or is it
Absolutely.
okay.
Apply for the scholarship. You can go on the SIA Jordan Foundation page and you can apply for the scholarship in the 5 categories that we have. And you can send that essay to the pinkpurpose1@gmail.com. And we're taking them till September 15th.
Okay, so you have well, the day is what the 13th. So you have 2 days. If you haven't applied for the scholarship, you still have 2 days to apply for that scholarship. Because I know I sent it to I think 3 or 4 students within probably like 3 or 4 weeks ago. When I first heard about it, I sent them I said apply for this scholarship. So and we'll reiterate that afterwards as well. But I also wanted to say that you said something earlier about during the time that you lost your daughter, you said you was in a bubble, but we as people, we have to understand that you have to allow people time to grieve. But like a lot of times people are not going to understand. People are going to reach out to you like, why didn't you return my call? Why didn't you return my text? But they have to allow you that time to process, you know what I mean? Especially when things happen unexpectedly. We didn't see this coming and it happened, unexpectedly. So a lot of times people, I think when it comes to that grieving process, they're not some people, not all. There's some people that understand and there's going to be some people that are not going to have that patience or not going to have that, you know what I'm saying, that compassion to thoroughly understand, well, nobody wants to lose a child and that's something that you'll never get over. And they have to understand even though, and I can't believe it's going to be on the 26th of this month, it's going to be 2 years already. That's crazy. It just seemed like yesterday. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be 2 years, but you have to give people the opportunity to grieve. And like I said, losing a child, just losing anyone that you're close to that's near and dear, you never get over it. And there's some people because I was talking to someone the other day and well, probably about a month ago. And I mentioned this before, and they made the comment that you're not over that. And that's something that you don't get over if people don't understand. But I want to touch bases on that because I don't want you to feel like you said I'm in a bubble. You don't ever apologize for that because that was your baby. So never apologize for that.
Yeah. I you're right. I just I don't know. It was just like you said, unexpected.
Yeah.
So I think I was in that little hiding place that God talks about. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that comfort that kind of no one understands because I don't know, he was ministering to me so much during that time till I don't know. It was just it was a very different experience, you know.
Yeah.
So it was I don't know. He was just basically kind of telling me like, my ways aren't your ways. And you need to understand that really nothing belongs to you in this world. You
Right.
know, and if I don't like I remember thinking like, did I hear that correctly?
Right.
Nothing belongs. And so basically it's true. We only get to experience people. They don't belong to us. They are, we want to have people and have them in our life and keep them, but they're possessions that we will never possess. You know, we're all living on borrowed time. And when he, you know, kind of let me see that another way, it was like, you know, it was, I don't know, it was very, it was definitely an encounter that I'm learning to live with,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So when you look at things the way, you know, are you going to, you have to look at things the way that, you know, he kind of presents them. And when you realize that this world is just a stopping place, it's not home, it's not where he intends for us to stay. It's
Right.
like you start to kind of look at life different, start
Mm-hmm.
to look at people different,
Mm-hmm.
and you start to look at, you know, what's important.
Right.
And you know, that day that that happened, I actually said, I said, I don't know what's going to happen next, but something is coming.
Right.
And that was before COVID. And, you know, it was just that year I lost my cousin, Teresa Eccles,
Mm-hmm.
and her son lost
Wow.
her, you know, and it was like if you knew these people, the caliber of people he took, like their caliber is so high. Like
Yeah.
they are just lovable people. They're they would do anything for you. So I always say the caliber of people he took from my family in 2019 really showed me that um, everybody ain't gonna have to go through, you know, the pandemic.
Right.
What's ahead, which
Right.
I feel is the
Wow.
last days.
Yeah. Wow. And I heard someone else say something to that effect as well, that when they lost people, they didn't have to experience the pandemic. And there's people that we lost during the pandemic that I'm looking back like, because we didn't see the pandemic coming.
Yeah,
This came out of nowhere. Like 1 minute you're just living life normally and things change within the blink of an eye, and it'll never be the same. Things will never go back to normal. People think that it will, but it's not going to go back to normal. So we're just living in a different world. So I tell people all the time, be mindful of how you treat people, be mindful of what you say, what you do. And also I teach my son that even if someone mistreats you, that does not give you the right to mistreat them. You are in control of how you handle it. And even though someone is mistreating you, you still have to treat them with kindness.
absolutely,
And I'm actually going to see what the comments.
absolutely.
Hi, Chelsea. Chelsea is watching. Miss Patricia Richardson's good evening. And like I said, you have to be mindful of how you treat people. And I tell him all the time that even if someone mistreats you, still treat them with kindness, because God knows. People see what you do. God knows why you do it.
Mhm.
Sometimes people do things for the camera. Sometimes people do things for show, and it's not sincere and it's not coming from the heart. So I always tell him to be mindful of that. And Victor says we'll get through this pandemic the same way we'll get through everything else. This is true. We will definitely get through the pandemic, and I think we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good.
Absolutely.
And of course, me, I have OCD really bad. So, I'm constantly, but you know what? I was like that prior to the pandemic,
Mhm.
and it's gotten worse because of the pandemic, but that's neither here or there. But I just love your spirit. So I can just only imagine the type of spirit that she had, because like I said, everyone says what that she was like beyond her years,
Yeah.
and that everywhere she went she was just this glow. And I remember prior to the accident, I remember seeing her picture everywhere, and I remember saying I want to meet her. And I was like, I don't, and I didn't even realize like people that I knew was close to her. Like Tamika, I could have said, because I was like, I was seeing her picture, like, you like when she did the last picture with the crown, I was seeing that picture everywhere, and I was like, I want to meet her. She just seemed like she's so sweet. And then, like, I want to say, like, maybe a couple weeks after that, then this, I was like, what? So now I wish I would have reached out to see if I could, you know what I mean? Because she was just a light.
Everything happens for a reason, and it's, I don't know, it's unbeknownst to us, because I replay that date every
Hmm.
day in my head, and I'm just sitting here like, I wouldn't have did anything different.
Right.
I wouldn't have did anything different, and I know he knows that. You said something earlier about, um, the way you treat people.
Yeah.
I tell my kids that all the time. Like, you can get all the accolades in the world, and she graduated at 15. So I'm talking about she had every accolade the school could give.
Right.
Um, and you can have all the houses, all the cars, but ultimately it's gonna be how you treat, you know, people, and
Hmm.
especially the people that mistreat you.
Right.
So I try to be mindful of my words now.
Right. Right.
And mindful of my thoughts.
Right. And I think, I think it's so humbling for me is to be in a place now that people have hurt me and mistreated me. I'm in a place now where I could just pray for them. That's why I know that there has been some growth, because in my 20s, you hurt me. Oh, I'm going to get you back.
Yeah,
But now, all I really want to do is just pray for you and just
absolutely.
wish you the best, regardless of, how you treated me or anything like that. I wish you the best. And I'm going to
Absolutely.
go through some of the comments. Miss Valentina Graham says, hello. Victor says, I'm getting through this unvaccinated. And George Taylor says, she was an angel on earth. Her smile was so contagious. I miss her
Oh,
so much.
oh, George. She loves George.
Oh,
Yes,
man.
that's her sister's husband. So it's like her brother.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
and it's different when I hear a stranger say it, but it hits different when I know that people that
Hmm.
know her.
Yeah.
I mean, you felt that same way. So I totally agree. I said God bless me with an angel, because she was really just that way. She
Right.
was really sweet.
Right. And like I said, I didn't get the opportunity to meet her, but that's what I got from her just by looking at her pictures. It was just something about her smile. It was something about her smile. Like for me, I can pretty much, most of the time, I can look at a picture and I could tell the type of person. And just like her smile was so genuine. It was
Yeah.
so pure, so innocent. You could just see that. And that favorite, one of my favorite pictures of her, the picture that was everywhere was when I think she was laying down and she was holding the crown. That's my favorite
Yeah.
picture of her. And like when I saw that picture, I just fell in love with that picture. And then it's like I saw it here, I saw it there, and I just started seeing that picture everywhere. And then when the accident happened, I started seeing it again. And it's just like, I don't know. I just wish that I would have got the opportunity to meet her. But like you said, everything happens for a reason. But I just feel like I missed out on.
No, 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 no. Yeah, like I said,
Yeah.
they're just that intentional. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we don't ever miss anything that we're supposed to have, you
Wow.
know?
Yeah.
So if you don't get it, I'm getting so used to, and I had to learn this. So, you know what I mean? It took me a long time to realize it's like, if I don't get the job, if I don't get, my way, I'm so confident in God's plan now till I'm just like, okay, it's not for me.
Right.
You know, I mean, that is like, huh, whenever you're in this situation, it makes you really, have the confidence in the faith that God really knows what's best for you.
Hmm.
I mean, that's what it's done for me.
That's powerful. That's very powerful. Wow. Let me see what Victor said. Victor said, Earth is just a layover for our final destination.
Absolutely.
The spiritual world is real. I might can't see you, but I definitely can feel your spirit. That is very true.
Absolutely.
That is very true.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to do whatever is necessary for us to get our house in order. And I remember talking to Pastor, I was talking to Pastor Bromel the day of Asiah's funeral. And I remember us having a conversation, even though her life was short, she did what she was supposed to do in such a short period of time. And some of us in our 40s and stuff, and we ain't got it yet. And she did exactly what she came here to do in a short period of time. And
Yeah.
sometimes it takes some of us longer to get it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the second part of the pink purpose,
Wow.
because I was asking God, like, what do I do now? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Um, this has totally messed up my mind frame of day to day living.
Right.
So, what do you want me to do now? Because,
Right.
I tried my best to raise these kids. I tried, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm just trying to work. I'm just, wanting to do, I mean, normal stuff. And
Right.
then, I just hear him saying, there's another purpose for you.
Right.
So I took the pink, and then I finally looked it up. I've never looked it up before then. And it says the love of oneself and others. That's what the color
Wow.
pink means.
Really?
Yeah, I know. And then, of course, purpose. Really finding your purpose in life is like the second gift that, God, that you can give to yourself.
Right.
Is finding your purpose and unlocking that, and then that gets you a step closer. You know what I
Right.
mean? To where you need to be, and so that's why I named it the pink purpose. And yes, that's not coincidence that you just asked that.
Wow. Wow. I didn't even think of it that way.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome. And oh, I clicked on that already. Okay. I was making sure I didn't miss any comments. But I never knew that what pink meant.
Yeah.
So you
Um.
taught me something new. That is a beautiful. Oh my god.
Oh, child, I was just like, I was having a moment,
Yeah.
you know. But that's one good thing about when you do have the moments and you're used to hearing his voice, you can, he has a way of calming you down and
Mm-hmm.
kind of, coming and ministering to you.
Right.
So, I was like, okay, that's gonna be the name of this, purpose, the pink purpose, you know. So that's how it came along.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I love the name. I love it.
Oh.
And George says, love you, Shalanda. That's what George Taylor says.
Love
Kim
you,
says,
George.
and Kim James Crawford says, she was definitely was a sweet angel.
Oh, hey, Kim.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is her best friend's mom.
Okay.
And now she shares her daughter with me, Caitlin.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I
And
see that a lot of the student. I love how the students love
oh
up on you.
my God. I have 50 children now.
And Miss Patricia says, "God bless you."
God bless you, Miss Patricia.
And Miss Kim is saying, "Hey back." But that is a beautiful thing. How they gravitate to you now, and now you're a mom to all these kids. You've gained so many kids.
I did.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to show you the passage that saved my life. Like it just literally saved my life. The kids, they actually, kind of did not let me take a break. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like
Right.
when how you want to pull the covers over your head and take a break
Yes, yes. I
and
know. I
give
know.
up.
Yes.
Not the kids, and these were kids from. I have baby at Trinity Burns. I had a baby at South Florence. I had a baby at West Florence. I had a baby Timmonsville. I mean, they
Hmm.
were coming from everywhere. So I'm just like, okay, okay, Lord,
Right.
And when I tell you, my first Mother's Day without her, I had flowers, I had cards, I had inboxes, I had calls, I had texts. I had the most that I've ever had before in my life.
Wow.
And it reminded me of the Bible verse, which and it's just going to take me. It says, John 15, and this is the NIV version. I am the true vine. My Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that bears fruit, he prunes back so it will be even more fruitful.
Mm.
So if my daughter was already fruitful and he pruned her back, I got 50 kids, a foundation, you know, and no, it's not what I want. It's not what I would say. But the word says his ways are not our ways.
Hmm.
And the only thing that I kept hearing is, I want you to, do this. I want you to go forth. And because she knew her purpose, this is it's my time to take the torch and help somebody else. And so they can, when my time is up, and they can continue,
Right.
because this is, a nonprofit never dies.
Right.
It just keeps on, going on. And that's my hope, that they um, know that you have to keep going. Even though she came and did her
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
um, we still have to be here and still, about up our father's business and doing our thing as
Mm.
well.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta be uplifting the kingdom and be a blessing in all times. And like I said, it has been in just a short period of time that I've known you. You have been a blessing to me as well. You don't
Oh.
realize it, but you have been a blessing to me as well. Like even when I look at the scriptures and the memes you post for the in the foundation, you never know how those get people, not only me, but get us through the day. We can be having a terrible day or down day, and we can just look at the something that you post, and it like and then by you posting it so early in the morning, it sets the tone for our day. Like
Oh.
we don't have an excuse to like have a pity party,
Mhm.
like all the positive energy that you put out there, especially if we look at it in the morning. Like sometimes if I miss a couple, like I may have some days or two where I'm not on, because I take breaks from social media from time to time. So I know sometimes you be like, hey, Tori loving like 10 things. It's like I'll go to the page. Like when I log on to Facebook, I'll go directly to the page and I'll just go to the posts that I miss, and I just be loving everything. But like I said, there's days where I wake up and the morning may not start out as as great, but when I look at the post and I see the positive script, it may be a scripture or something positive, it just changes my whole day. So you may not realize it, that you or you may not feel like you're making it, but you're definitely making a difference. I feel like you're definitely living your purpose. I feel like you're living your purpose, and I know sometimes you're going to have those moments when you're gonna have those days that just like you are being strong for us, you're gonna have those days where you're gonna reach out to us and need us to be your strength as well. And you already know I'm here for you.
Mhm.
Always. I'm just a phone call or text away. But like so many times, a lot of times we may be needing the strength, but you don't understand the strength that you are exuding to us.
Oh, wow.
And there may be days where you need it for yourself, but you're giving it to us. You're pouring it out to us, and we're receiving it, and it's blessing us more than you'll ever know. I'm telling you,
Oh,
it's
uh,
blessing me.
that's all God. That's glory be to God.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I'm. I think one of these people. People can't handle praise. So
Right.
I, instead of the praise coming to me, I rather it come through me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just God, because God said, it's easy for me, for you to praise me while I'm giving you something. But
Right.
what about when I'm taking something for you? You're going
Right.
to continue. So that was my thing to him every day with my mouth. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to show you that I can still praise you.
Mm-hmm.
So if that helps you, then
Mm-hmm.
glory be to God.
Yes, it does. It really does. And like you said, you have those. We all have those moments where you just want to give up and just what I mean, throw in the towel. But there's people that you surround yourself with. They're not going to allow you to. And then you're gonna have those moments where sometimes you just have to have those moments. But here's the thing: you have the moment, but you don't stay there. Because I had a pastor to tell me, Tori, it's okay to grieve, but don't stay in the pit. Because I lost someone back in May, and it's like I wanted to stay in the pit. Like I went through like days where I wouldn't answer my phone. I had to sheet just laying in the bed. I got up the shower. I don't even think I ate, but I got up the shower and I just put the cover back over my head. But it's okay to grieve, but don't stay there.
Yeah.
But do allow yourself those moments when those times, because there's one of people that there's people that you could just call and you may just need to cry. And they just need to sit there and just sometimes you just need people just sit there. It's not telling you to console you. Sometimes you just need people just sit
Mm-hmm.
and we say nothing and just let you have your moment. Because for me, and I feel like crying and releasing it, so those are liquid prayers. People don't realize, but those are liquid prayers and they have to be released.
Yeah.
So allow yourself those moments. But like I said, you are giving us so much, so much. I look forward to those posts in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I'm glad that you post them early in the morning because it sets the tone for the day. So sometimes when I log on early in the morning, I'll see your posts, I'll react to it, and I'll log back off. Because like that actually sets the tone. The time that you do them, it sets the tones for me. That's when I have my worship time in the morning. So that's like the perfect timing when you do it. So, but like I said, I didn't want to keep you on too long today because this is like a hard show for me because I was like, I'm gonna get emotional. I'm like, I try to be strong, but I just get emotional because I just love people. And with this, it just it just makes me emotional. It just makes me emotional. But I'm glad that you're in a place where you're continuing to be the light your daughter was. It's like she passed the torch to you, and you're like being the light. You're being the light in the words like she was.
I'm running. I'm running. I'm gonna see what the end gonna be. I got to get to the other side. I got to see why. You know, see that who loved me so much, and I'm talking about God. You know
Yes.
what I mean? I got to see why He loved me so much. I don't understand. But that's my goal. My goal is to get there. So um I'm gonna just pray that I can continue to, run this race. I mean, it's hard. I'm not perfect. And
None of us are.
yeah, I'm not perfect at all. I'm just trying.
Hmm.
So thank you. God be the glory. Yeah, we're gonna pray for each other.
Yes. And tell everyone the date again for tell everyone the date again. Tammy says, "Hey ladies, what's up, Tammy?"
Hey, Danny.
And tell everyone the date again for the gala. And also, I think that you can go on Eventbrite, right?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
so it's October 2nd, right?
It's October 2nd, and it's a black tie affair. And that was by the people that, the Pink Purpose group wanted to have black tie affair. So we would love for you to join us October 2nd at the Performing Arts Center for a black tie affair at 6:30 in the evening. If you're
Okay.
not doing anything, let's come out. Let's have a good time. Of course, everything is limited because of COVID. The building does hold 400. However, I think at 100 we will be okay
Mm-hmm.
as far as the COVID guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
We will have someone checking temperatures. If you have purchased a ticket already on Eventbrite, If you do have COVID, you will be refunded.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And also make sure you guys wear your mask. People still there's
Yes.
some people that still not wearing masks, but still wear your mask. And the other thing that I was going to say, remind people that also you have 2 days. You said you're taking the essays for the scholarships. They have 2 more days, so the day's the 13th. So you have now what time on the 15th in 2 days? Is there what's the time? What's the cutoff time?
So it's at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time,
Okay.
and that just is just make sure everybody has a fair chance to
Okay.
apply for the scholarships. Um, I would like to get to a point where we can definitely send somebody to school.
Right.
You know what I mean at that point. But we're gonna start. It's a brand new foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's 1 years old. So I think we're doing pretty good.
I was just going to say you're doing very good to say it's only a year old. You're doing really good.
Thank you.
So, and what is that email again to send the essay to for the scholarship?
It's the pink purpose one at gmail.com.
Okay. And also, if anyone would like to get in contact with you through the Pink Purpose, what are your social media handles? And if there's an email, direct email or phone number where they can contact you in regards to the foundation, please give out that information as well.
Okay, so you can go on the Asaya Jordan Foundation one, and the Asaya Jordan Foundation page should come up. You can message me there. Also, the Pink Purpose, honoring Asaya Jordan. It has also has a message button there. You can email me at the pink purpose one at gmail.com as well. I do take inboxes, but I also love for to use the emails, or you know just so we can correspond in a timely manner.
Okay. And the one other thing I wanted to ask, like those of us that, if there are people that may want to, are not able to make the gala,
Hmm.
but would like to donate, are you taking any donations to, you know,
Yes.
okay.
So you can send that your donations to South State Bank, and it's 120 Pamplico Highway, and that's in care of Vestina, is our wonderful person over that account, Vestina McElveen, and you can see her, any of the ladies. They're all sweet over there, and just deposit it into the SIA Jordan Foundation account.
Okay.
And we really appreciate that. Can I give one shout out to all
Sure.
my sponsors
Yes.
really quickly?
Yes, definitely.
I had an overwhelming amount of people that just wanted to really help. So I just think it's so befitting, and I'm sorry it's taking me a little bit.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
I have it right here somewhere. Let's see. Okay, so Francis Marion, Florence Darlington Tech, K&K Painting, AYS Media, Brockington Management, Dr. Jen, JG Subaru Columbia, Isaac Wilson Project, CC Walker, the Realtor, My Brother's Keeper, Finesse Credit Repair, Bold and Beautiful Lashes, South State Bank, and Evangelistic Refuge Worship Center.
Okay.
And also Sisters United in Christ. And I have had so many people donate tickets that couldn't even come. So,
Right.
to everybody that even donated a ticket, I promise you, I'm going to get all the names together. I'm going to announce them at the gala, probably to another Facebook post.
Okay.
But I mean, it's just so overwhelming. Shakithia Price, thank you for your donation on yesterday. Just it's wild. And I said, I posted, I said, God makes provision for his vision. So I thank you all for thinking it not robbery to, help a cause that is so important to the community.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's good. Repeat that again. God will make
Provisions for his vision. Because this is definitely God's vision. This isn't what I foresee.
And this is and that and I'm glad you say that because a lot of times I know I've had visions and I'm saying God to give me something and I'm like, well, God, how am I going to fund this? And I keep hearing him say to just trust me,
Mm-hmm.
just trust me.
Mm-hmm.
And just over the past couple of weeks, things have been just by me trusting him.
Yeah.
Things have been just happening,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, whoa, where did this come from?
Mm-hmm.
I had some people contact me today, and I'm like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
when you totally trust him,
Yes.
things start to happen
Yeah.
and blessings start to come.
Oof.
Oh, so I don't,
Glory.
none of us have time for the pity party. You know, sometimes we get so focused on what I don't have.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have gratitude for what you do have,
Oh
you see
Jesus.
the difference. You see the difference.
Come on, Tori.
You have no room to complain. You
Now,
know what I'm saying?
now
Because
you
I
give me
was,
chills now. You give me chills. Don't make me run in here.
I'm just saying, when I changed how I was thinking, because there was a time where I would complain, well, how I'm going to provide for this, but now I just wake up with a grateful heart and just be grateful for
Oh
what I
Jesus.
have. And it's like when you change it's the renewing of the mind. When
Mm.
you renew your mind, things start to fall in place. And
Come
when
on.
you're surrounding yourself with the right people,
Mm.
things start to fall into place.
Yes.
When you thinking things are falling apart, they're falling in place
Amen.
once you truly trust him. But thank you so much for being a guest
Thank
on
you
the
for having
show.
me.
And like I said, we want to do everything that we possibly can to be here for you in whatever way we can be here for you. Like I said, you could just call me, text me, whatever, anytime, day or night. I mean, because I'm one of those people, I'm not going to say just for show, Ocean. You already know I'm going to be there for real.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. I don't say like when I tell somebody I'm gonna like I've had people say, well, Tori, I got your back, but you know where to be found. I'm not one of those people.
I'm sorry. I know I have had, and this is no shade to anybody, but I have seen people literally, there for a moment, and I'm very discerning on who to be around and
Yeah,
who to do this. When I say, "Hey guys, I don't even," it it's not even me. It's not that
yeah,
I don't even want to do it.
right,
Sometimes God's like, you're not gonna do it,
right.
and He will have my mind totally different places. So I had to take a year off
Mm-hmm.
from really just doing anything,
Right.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So and the way you just kept checking on me, I truly appreciate that. That is just, whew,
You're welcome.
that made a difference to me.
You're
So
welcome.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And I'm gonna keep checking them, but I try not to be aggravating. But that's just what I do. Like every once in a while, I'll send a message to you. I'll send a message to Dominique. I'll send a message to Sean.
Mhm.
It's just like when God places it on my heart, I just do it. And it's like I never know that maybe a day that you may need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just do it when it's placed on my heart. I just do it. But like I said, I want to be aggravated sometimes. But it's just sometimes like just reach out to them just to make sure they're good, make sure they're all right. Just to say, how you doing? You need anything? I love you. Whatever. You know what I mean? And then, like, sometimes I'll send. I like to send a scripture sometimes in the mornings.
Yes, I love them. Keep sending them.
Okay. I will. I will. But like I said, once again, thank you so much for taking time on your schedule. And I'll be actually reposting the information about the gala. I'll repost it on all my pages, my social media pages as well. And I'll actually refer them to you, like if they need to contact you, the inbox to you on the foundation page. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having
You're welcome.
me.
And you guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you missed the beginning of the podcast, you can definitely watch the replay. It'll be up. It's going to be posted. I'm actually going to reshare it on my personal page as well. And I'm also going to share the information in regards to the gala, which is going to be on October the 2nd. And as you said, 6:30 p.m.
At 6:30 p.m.
Okay. And like Shalanda said, make sure that, and let me go through some of the comments as there's some that I miss. Miss Garnett said, "Hey, sweetie," she talking to you.
Hey, Miss Garnett.
And Tammy, oh, I clicked Tammy. I think I missed Miss Garnett's from earlier, but Miss Garnett was speaking to you earlier. I think I missed that comment. But you guys just make sure that we're taking Safety precautions. Make sure you wear your mask. The temperatures are going to be checked. So please do not come if you have COVID. And matter of fact, if hopefully you're able to, if you find out that you do have COVID, that you find out in a timely manner. So you said that those tickets will be refunded.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. If you, for any reason, just feel sick,
Yeah.
we do encourage you to stay home. This is just an event that we wanted to do to really help. Like I said, help people. We don't want anybody to have really get sick. So, if you're feeling under the weather, we would prefer you to stay home. We will just refund your money at that time. Other than that, if everything checks out, it's gonna be a really nice time.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Mhm.
But you guys, if you would like to be a guest on the Keep the Faith podcast, you can contact me at 843-920-8124. That number again is 843-920-8124. If you have a topic suggestions, you can call me or text me. And my email is faithisnecessary@gmail.com. And like I always say at the end of the podcast, you may bend, but don't you dare break. And always, no matter what you go through in this thing called life, never lose your faith. All right, you guys, we're out. We'll talk to you later. Bye.